Okay, everybody, we're going to talk today about insurance issues, and I'm going to record this session for people who don't miss it. I've got with me Hanneke now from some Surroplans, who's going to talk to us about this issue. Surroplan specialises in insurance in the US context. We're also going to hear today from Natia about insurance issues in a country called Georgia as well. So, Hanneke, thank you for coming along and talking to us all. Let me just let Natia into the room as well. Can I just start by asking you, we might need a microphone for you there, possibly, just for the audio settings for the recording. I just wonder, what country does Surroplans offer insurance for? Just to clarify.
Is this on? Yeah.
Yep, that's great.
Okay. So Surroplans work specifically for international parents that go to the United States for the surrogacy journey. And it's maybe in the United States even more important that you consider something for medical cover because of the medical costs in that country. Yeah.
Okay, great. And so in the US context, what sorts of insurance do intending parents need to consider when it comes to donor IVF or surrogacy?
So for surrogacy, first of all, there is your contract with the surrogate that you will have, right? So there will be in that agreement, and your agency will help you through that. There are several things that you commit to, taking care of for her, and there's like a life insurance part of that, disability insurance, loss of organs, just all to kind of protect her for things that might happen to her during a pregnancy. And that is what we basically call a bucket of surrogate-related insurances. The company I work for does not offer those, but we obviously can always provide guidance. Those are available in the US for the surrogates who are also US. So
which sort of insurance do you guys specialize in?
The newborn.
Okay.
Because you are the parent of baby right from the beginning, as we learned about today for sure, and then therefore also the parents are responsible right away for the cost of the medical cost of the newborn. Okay,
great. And when it comes to newborn insurance, what sort of things are covered in that newborn insurance?
Pretty much everything that is medical related from the day that the baby is born until you travel back home with baby. So whether that means parts of what they call the well baby birth, so everything that is part of standard birth. This is usually around between $5,000 and $8,000 for a healthy baby in the US. If you have a longer hospital stay because of complications or extra care or monitoring, that is obviously all included. But also once you leave the hospital, you have pediatric follow-up visits, there is like vaccinations, a few that you might already have before you travel home. That whole time, everything that is medical related is part of those plans, including some support with documentation that you need since your baby is a US citizen.
So when should intending parents take out this kind of a policy? At what stage of the process?
Yeah, great question. So you have the most options when you are before the embryo transfer. So that provides you the cheaper and more options than when you would get something later. If during your surrogacy journey the pregnancy is not successful, or you decide to take a break, not continue with the next embryo transfer, you would get a refund.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't, like, by getting something in place early, it's a worry for people that if the pregnancy doesn't take off right away, you don't have to worry that you lose the money.
So what sort of factors influence the cost of these policies? I mean, if you're sorry with carrying a single baby or twins, I suppose the costs are much different, are they?
Yeah. So it depends where you are in the US. It's a big country where the healthcare cost varies per region, even per hospital, to be honest. So we look at where in the US your journey would be. Just to give a ballpark figure, if you have like a $5,000 deductible plan, your cost will be around between 15 and 17,000 for a singleton.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, that's
And that
useful.
sounds like a lot, but then you have to kind of realize that one day in the NICU is easily that amount. So,
And if the medical treatment, if you do require intensive care for the newborn, is there certain hospitals that need to be used?
no, so how it works is that you get a plan for the hospital where your surrogate is giving birth. So you confirm that hospital with us throughout, the journey and later on in the pregnancy when it is pretty much set in stone, and then the costs at that hospital are included.
Okay, okay. If the intending parents haven't taken out a policy early, can they do that policy later with you?
Yes, but it is more expensive, so we
Okay.
always recommend to start considering this early, yeah.
Okay, that's great. All right, and can you deal with intending parents from any country around the world? Does it matter where they're from, these intending parents? Could they be from UK or Europe or Australia or?
Everybody except the US.
Okay, okay, great. Natia, we're going to talk to you a bit now. In Georgia context, I know it's very different in Georgia. Can you tell us first a little bit about Reparat and what Reparat does as an IVF clinic and agency? I know people are very interested now in Georgia because of the problems in Ukraine, so it'd be good to hear a bit about what Reparat does.
Yeah.
Helping out.
Yeah, perfect. And again, this is related for the people that decide to go to the US for their surrogacy. So I think one of the things that is really important to realize and also consider is that the medical billing system is not very straightforward. So even if you would decide to self-pay for baby, it's not an easy process. It's like we always explain to people, it's like the opposite of a McDonald's where you get your Happy Meal or whatever. You have one price, one receipt, and you have all your elements in there, your burger and your fries and your drink and your ketchup. And in hospital, it's kind of like the complete opposite. You get one bill for your bun, you get another bill for your fries, another bill for your drinks, and it all comes at a different time over a time of months. So it's fairly complicated to keep track of everything, monitor everything, also to make sure that there's no mistakes made. There's always some confusion between billing to baby versus billing to the surrogate. So we help a lot with streamlining that process for the parents, so they don't have to be too much involved in that and too worried about bills getting lost. We also help with birth certificate, the passport, the US Social Security number, basically everything that is specific to the fact that your baby is born in the US and therefore is a US citizen. So it's a little bit broader than the medical cover, and it helps parents between the moment that baby is born.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, thank you.
Sure, totally fine.
So Nadia, I'm sorry. Thank you for coming on. If you can tell us a little bit about now the Reparat programs in Georgia. I know you guys are an IVF clinic who also offers surrogacy. Is that correct?
Yes, correct. Thank you, Sam, first of all, for having a chance to be a part of the event. Yes, Reparat Clinic is a full service IVF clinic, and we offer clinic part and the surrogacy and egg donation part at the same clinic. It means that we are managing the full program from the beginning till the end of this process. So Reparat Clinic is the biggest IVF clinic in Georgia, which has the biggest IVF chain with more than 800 cycles per year. So.
Okay, that's
with
useful.
a huge expense.
That's useful. Can you tell us what protections are available to ensure that IVF or surrogacy costs don't get out of control? I mean, are there guarantee programs that you can offer?
Yes, we have offered the guaranteed programs for intended parents, and these guaranteed programs includes unlimited IVF cycles, unlimited frozen embryo transfers. So it gives the couple a chance to insure from the risks of additional new IVF cycles for new frozen embryo transfer attempts, also additional costs for egg donor or surrogate mother.
Okay. What are the eligibility criteria though? What do people have to do to go in the guarantee program?
For the confirmation of the case, sperm selection criteria must be followed. Inclusion criteria is sperm count, 1.5 million in a millimeter, and lower counts should be considered. So exclusion criteria is the high level of sperm DNA fragmentation, which should be the 30%, up to more than 30%, and surgically aspirated sperm. So on the other hand, for the guaranteed programs, we offer short-listed egg donors. If approved by fertility specialists, the candidates who had has a successful experience in our clinic and had a good results. This ensures the risks of failed IVF cycle, and these egg donors have undergone mandatory karyotype tests and also completed general blood and hormonal tests. So in case of couple desire, we can offer also carrier mapping.
Okay, that's useful. Are there costs that aren't covered in the guarantee programs people need to think about? Other costs?
Sure, the costs, we have developed the different guaranteed programs. The first one, which we have developed, is a guaranteed program with unlimited IVF and FETs. This is 55,000 USD dollars, which here is included unlimited egg donor change if needed, or any frozen embryo transfer attempts. So the second one, which we have developed just now, is the insured guaranteed programs. This means that after delivery, in case of premature delivery, couple can receive the payment from the insurance as for an ICU department in case of premature delivery, and it covers up to 5,000 USD dollar limit. After that, it will be additional payment for the patients.
Okay, that's useful.
Of course, the package price will be different in such case if it will be insured package.
What about the surrogate's own health insurance? If your surrogacy, is she covered for any medical issues that occur before the pregnancy or during the pregnancy or after? What happens then?
All the citizens of Georgia have the social insurance here, including surrogate mothers, of course. And in case of any general complications of the health, so the social insurance covers such things, but not the surrogacy pregnancy complications, such as, for example, additional unexpected hospitalization of surrogate mother during pregnancy for transfusion or to stay for several days in the maternity. But this cost, it's not too huge. Maximum, it varies from 300 to 500 USD during the whole total pregnancy.
Okay, so the Surrogate Plans program that Hannike's talking about covers newborn costs. In the Georgia context, if a baby needs to go to neonatal intensive care, is that covered by your program?
In case of insured program, yes, it is considered, and limit is for 5,000 USD. You know, in Georgia, NICU care payment, the price for per night is from 150 till 350. Depends on the level of this NICU care department, so, and the health of the baby. After that, when this amount limit will be ended, then it will be additional payment according to the level of the NICU.
Okay, that's great. Well, thank you so much, Nani. That's great. We've run out of time for that, but that's really useful. We've got your brochures here for people who are interested in Georgia, so I'll hand those out to people. I look forward to seeing you in Tbilisi next week.
See you in Tbilisi, Sam. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay. I hope that's useful. Hannike will be around for questions because the insurance issues in the USA are complicated, so you need to get your head around how they work. But Hannike has luckily got a good understanding of them, much better than I do. So thank you for coming in. That's great.
Absolutely. Thank you. My pleasure.